Hello, sir.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. In between, I get offline, so.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir. I have written some sentences from.
Okay, speak.
You may go home. You may meet me tomorrow. Applications may be submitted by the 5th of this month. You may wear this dress. You may eat this pomegranate. You may live in this room. May I borrow your book? May I swim in this pond? May I eat food now? My sister may come today. He may beat you. I may go out for shopping today. I may get late today from office as there will be an important meeting. It may snow fall today. This computer may work now. This computer may work now. They may reach here by 9 p.m. They may reach here by 9.
Maybe.
They may reach here.
Okay.
This place may catch fire. This place may catch fire. People may ask some questions about this matter. So now it might get late today. You might defeat him. She might pass in the examination. They might come today to see the house. This clock might work after repairing. Children might not reach home in time today due to heavy rain. She might have taken the bus. I'm not sure now. She got to work. If I enter the contestant, I might actually win. If I entered the contest, I might actually win. You might have tried this cheesecake. Might can. I can ride a horse. She cannot stay out after 10 p.m. Can you pass me a stapler? Third sentence, can you pass me a stapler? Any children can grown to be a president. You can solve this maths. Can you jump over this wall? Smoking can cause cancer. You can go for swimming but come before 7 o'clock. How can we avoid the repetitions of these mistakes? Which instruments can you play? How long can you hold your breath? Can you read what is written on this board? I can sleep in quiet room only. Can you smell something burning? This is cancer and food. My grandfather couldn't speak English. We looked for my friend everywhere in shop, but we couldn't find her. Yesterday she couldn't do her exercise alone, so she called me for help. She couldn't open the door as it was locked from the inside. In 1945, people couldn't play video games. Shyam couldn't play tennis last Monday. He had broken his arm. When Anna was young, she couldn't watch horror film. It was too frightening for her. And last Sunday we couldn't take any photos in the museum as it was not allowed to take any photographs. Then this is couldn't.
Finish.
Stop. Yeah, four sir. Food can, might and may.
Any topic?
Yeah, so topic I'll speak today. Okay. Learning. Be a mechanic of a language instead of a driver. So, learning of any language is really difficult and challenging part. We can learn any other subjects like science or math by simply reading the books or simply doing some exercises. But this is not possible with the languages as it have many grammar rules, different phrases, different words, certain pauses and certain phrases, certain different toning, which we have to learn as well as we have to apply it properly while reading and writing. Though we can learn it by using some books and doing exercises, but it may take time to use the correct grammars and apply it on the proper place. This is same like a car mechanism, like a driver and mechanic. Driver can drive the car carefully and confidently, but when the time comes of repairing the car, it's not possible for the driver as he doesn't know the exact mechanism of car. He doesn't know the inside part or inside tricks in the car. He simply can drive the car but cannot repair the car. But this is not case with the driver, mechanic. Mechanic can drive the car carefully as well as can repair the car properly, as he knows everything about car, the structure, the different parts and different tricks to repair it. So this case happens with the language as well. Instead of simply doing exercises or reading the books is a driver mechanism, driver point. But if you want to good mechanic of language, we should know the proper tricks and proper grammar rules of that language. Even in the jobs like translator or any other language related job, they may require to be a good mechanic of language instead of a driver of language. So try to be a mechanic of language instead of being a driver.
Any other thing, questions and all?
No questions, sir. This is done.
Okay. May, might, can, would.
Yeah.
Shall. To make a very casual request.
Okay.
Yeah, we use shall, but we use shall with I and we only.
Okay.
Like, shall I come in?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean like मैं अंदर आ सकता हूँ क्या? It means actually, shall I come in? क्या मैं अंदर आऊँ? If you want me to come in, I can come in.
Yeah.
It's very casual. Shall I help you? मैं करूँ क्या तुम्हारी मदद?
Yeah, I even really want to help.
So,
If
like,
you want.
so, shall, we can use shall with I and we.
Yeah.
So this is the use of shall.
Yes. Come in, shall I go out?
Next is should. Should. So shall is replaced by should. Sometimes, like I say, shall I come in? I can use should I come in.
Okay.
Shall is replaced by should.
Okay.
Shall is replaced by should.
Mm.
Sometimes we use should to make a conditional sentence. जैसे मैंने कहा, तो इन प्लेस ऑफ इफ इसको शुड को यूज कर लेते हैं. जैसे मैंने बोला इफ यू गो टू पोस्ट ऑफिस प्लीज पोस्ट you can speak like that.
Okay. Instead of if.
So should you go to post office, please post this letter. Conditional sentences. You might have seen sometimes on eye drops. It is written, should the problem persist, please consult your doctor.
Yeah.
ये लिखा देखा होगा आपने.
Yes, sir.
ये लिखा रहता है आई ड्रॉप पर. Should
Yeah.
the problem persist.
Yes, sir.
Right? Next use of should, suggestion. Sometimes like you should learn good English.
Suggestion.
You should learn good English. You can make some more like
So this is suggestion, not order, right? Should means suggestion.
yes, of course, suggestion.
You should do this. It's not order, it's suggestion.
It's suggestion.
Okay.
It may be an order.
Yes.
It depends on your accent or tone.
Yeah.
If your tone is like that, you are ordering someone, or
Yes, sir.
If your tone is like that, you are suggesting someone like you
Yeah.
should learn English. You should learn English. This is order.
Yeah.
It
Order.
is up to you how you use it.
Yeah.
Your accent, your expression actually makes it
Yes. Yes.
uh, order or suggestion.
Yeah.
You should learn. So this is should.
Yeah.
Okay. Now will. Will is very important. Like we use it in future tense. This is the first, and we use will with any subject. Like I'll go there. In short, we speak I'll. I'll go there. In negative, will not means want. You want come with me. Second, conditional sentence to make a conditional sentence. When it is conditional, the first sentence is always present indefinite,
Yeah.
and second is future. Like if it rains.
Future. So second part is future tense, na future per.
Hmm?
First part is present indefinite, second part is
Future.
future. Just a minute.
If it rains,
I won't go out. Yeah.
yes. This is conditional sentence. To make a request. Like
Please help me. Yeah.
will you please help me?
Yes.
Good. Would is very important in English.
Yeah.
Yes. The first one is used to.
Yeah, I used to will on before, sir.
Used used to. In place of used to, we can use would.
Okay.
Like used to means when we were in the habit of doing something in the past for a long time. Like I used to play cricket in my childhood. But when we were in the habit of doing something in the past for time being, थोड़े समय के लिए, लंबे समय के लिए तो used to. I used to play cricket in my childhood. लेकिन थोड़े समय के लिए, like I, जैसे मैंने कहा मैं घूमने जाता था जब मैं शिमला में था, तो शिमला में था तो थोड़े समय के लिए था, that's why. कंडीशन भी है उसमें कि थोड़े समय के लिए, जब मैं शिमला में था तब जाता था. एक बचपन में खेला करता था तो used to. I would go for a walk when I was in शिमला. तो ये बना सकते हैं आप.
मतलब ये past tense में का sentence है, it's not in future.
No, it is not in future. It is in past.
I was thinking would means it's in future.
No,
I would.
वो अलग यूज होता है.
Okay.
वुड तो विल का पास्ट ही होता है, ये मान के चलिए.
How is weather there, sir? In
It's
Gwalior, how is weather?
It's very
Environment?
hot, very hot.
And any water problem? No.
No, it's very hot. AC,
No, sir.
AC is on here.
Yeah. No, sir. In Pune, actually, there is water problem. Water, no water.
We have no water problem.
Okay, that's good, sir.
In Maharashtra, it's a problem.
Yeah, sir. Because no rains, and nowadays it's in Pune and Bombay also it's very difficult.
Yeah, touch wood. By
Touch
God's
wood.
grace, we have no problem of water.
Okay, so that's good, sir. Really good.
Even the part of our city where we live, it is full of water.
Okay, sir. That's good.
Even the water from our area is supplied to other area of the city.
Okay,
So we have no problem.
that's good, sir. It's very
Because
good.
water level here in my area is good. But
Okay.
in other part of the city, water problem is there.
And it's good raining also here in last. When it's rainy season, it's good raining there.
Last year it was not good, but I hope this time it would be better.
Okay.
Actually, in some part of the Madhya Pradesh, it is drought situation.
Okay.
But I think my city is okay. Gwalior,
Yeah.
we have no problem of water or such kind.
Okay. That's good, sir.
We have lot of water. I am drinking.
That's good, sir. Please supply to Pune also. Please supply to Maharashtra also. Yeah, because
Train
nowadays
is
the
train is going to Latu,
yeah.
but this government is very good actually.
Yes, sir.
BJP government, Modi ji,
Yeah,
they
they
are
will do
really
something.
they are really good people and they are doing for the nation.
Yeah, that's true, sir. They are
Even in
really
the
doing.
it means it was done the very first time in the history. That means the train took water to the place, to the different place,
Yeah,
and not a single train, many trains.
entrance. Yes.
Millions and millions of liters of water actually supplied to that
Yes.
city, Latur.
Different part.
But you
Yeah.
know one
That.
thing, the Latur actually it had been facing drought situation, but on Wednesday it rained heavily in Latur. Do you know that?
No, sir. I
Yes,
didn't
I
hear the news.
I am telling you,
Oh, that's good, sir.
it rained heavily in Latur, so it is it brought, you can say, little bit happiness to the people
Happiness.
there.
Yeah. At least
Yeah.
something, some kind of
The
happiness.
people were happy, not very much, but little bit.
But at
Yeah,
least, yeah,
yeah.
they could save some. Let's see what will happen in this rainy season.
But actually, we are responsible for the situation.
Yeah, that
We
definitely
are
true, sir.
cutting down the trees. I'll tell you a story today, later,
Okay, sir.
which will be your topic also.
Okay, sir.
And the second use of word, sometimes we say, I would like to go there. Would like, you use would like.
Yes.
I would like to have a cup of coffee. Means ऐसा करना चाहूँगा. I would like to learn. I would like to learn English. I would like to sleep now. I am tired. I would like to have food now. तो would like का यूज बहुत करते हैं लोग
Yes, sir.
कि मैं ऐसा करना चाहूँगा. और यूजुअली भी हम पूछते भी हैं, what would you like to do? What would you like to do now? तो ऐसे भी पूछ लेते हैं पर
Yes, sir. What would you like to do now?
तो आप ये हम पूछते what would you like to have? टी और कॉफी क्या लेना चाहेंगे आप? What would you like to have? I would like to have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, so like that. So it's a request also. और would like का यूज करते हैं. I would like to sleep now. I'm tired. अब मैं सोना चाहूँगा. मैं थका हूँ. Like this. Next, to make a request. So similarly as we used will, would you please help me? तो सिंपल है. Would you please help me? Would you would you have a cup of tea with me, like this? But a very important request, and it's very, it is most polite request in English. सबसे ज्यादा पोलाइट रिक्वेस्ट अगर है तो would से बनती है. I tell you here, like, would you Mind. Would you mind closing? Would you mind plus V4 यूज करते हैं हमेशा. ING फॉर्म का यूज करते हैं. Would you mind? तो ये सबसे पोलाइट रिक्वेस्ट है. Like suppose you say you are talking to your parents.
Yeah.
You are talking to your father. Suppose you are doing something, some work, and you are feeling hot, and your father is standing there beside switchboard. Then you may ask him, "Would you mind switching on the fan, please?" तो ये बहुत पोलाइट रिक्वेस्ट है. आप अपने पापा से बोल रहे हो, क्या आप पंखा चालू कर दोगे? Would you mind switching on the fan, please? तो पिताजी से बोल रहे हैं, इसलिए it should be most polite. तो would you mind का यूज कर सकते हैं. When you are having food with some of the people on a dining table and you need some salt, तब भी बोलते would you mind passing me the salt, please? नमक दूर रखा है आपसे.
Yes.
तो आपको नमक चाहिए तो क्या करोगे? आप बोलोगे would you mind passing me the salt, please? क्या आप मुझे नमक देंगे वहां से?
Yes, sir.
Like this. तो would you mind? तो ये रिक्वेस्ट है, मोस्ट पोलाइट. नेक्स्ट आ जाइए. वुड सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है. और लाइक कंडीशनल सेंटेंस, पास्ट कंडीशनल सेंटेंस. पास्ट कंडीशनल सेंटेंस कैसा होता है? जैसे सपोज आई से, अगर तुम अच्छे से पढ़ाई करते तो तुम पास हो जाते. अगर तुम अच्छे से पढ़ाई करते तो तुम पास हो जाते. ये पास्ट कंडीशनल है, मगर की नहीं, इसलिए हुए नहीं. अगर अच्छे से पढ़ाई करते तो ये इट इज ऑलवेज पास्ट परफेक्ट.
Yeah, if you would have.
If you had,
Okay.
if you had worked hard. तो इसमें क्या है, इफ से भी बना सकते हो आप. इफ यू हैड वर्कड हार्ड. कई बार हम हैड को भी पहले ले लेते हैं. हैड यू वर्कड हार्ड तो क्वेश्चन नहीं है.
Yeah.
लेकिन वो होता कंडीशनल है, मगर हैड से भी बना सकते. इफ यू हैड वर्कड हार्ड तो इसमें वुड हैव V3 यूज करते हैं. ठीक है.
You would have passed. No.
You would have passed the exam.
Yes.
Is it? This is past conditional.
Yes, sir. Past conditional.
Past perfect would have V3. Next, Conditional sentences which may be in any tense but cannot be true. ऐसे कंडीशनल सेंटेंस जो किसी भी टेंस में हो मगर वो सच नहीं होते.
Okay.
तो चाहे वो पास्ट हो, फ्यूचर हो, प्रेजेंट हो, पर वो सच नहीं होते मगर होते कंडीशनल है. जैसे मैं बोलूं, अगर मेरे हाथ आसमान तक जाते तो मैं तुम्हारे लिए तारे तोड़ लाता.
Yeah.
पर ला तो पाएगा नहीं, पर कंडीशनल है क्यों, सच तो हो नहीं सकता ये. We make such type of sentences in a different way जो सच नहीं होते. जैसे अगर कमरे में शेर आ जाए तो सब भाग जाएंगे, तो शेर तो आएगा नहीं ना कमरे में, सच तो हो नहीं सकता. अगर आकाश गिर जाए या गिर जाता तो सब मर गए होते. अगर आसमान गिर जाता तो सब मर जाते. तो ये ऐसे कंडीशनल सेंटेंस हैं जो सच नहीं होते. अगर मैं राजा होता तो तुम्हारी मदद करता. These conditional sentences, they may be in any tense, but they are never true.
True.
सच नहीं होते. तो उनको पास्ट इंडेफिनेट और सब्जेक्ट वुड बी वन से बनाते हैं. If a lion came into this room, all would flee. पास्ट इंडेफिनेट बन गया, वुड बी वन बन गया, सब्जेक्ट वुड बी. तो सब भाग जाते.
Yeah. If my hands were longer, I would bring what? सितारे तोड़ लेता. I will. If my hands were longer, right? मेरे हाथ लंबे होते. My hands were longer.
हाँ ठीक है.
I would bring. Oh.
आप बनाइएगा अपने आप फिर चेक करें.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है.
Yes, sir. I will do.
So this is all as far as the grammar is concerned here in model. Remaining we'll take next time. कुछ और है अभी models.
Yes, sir.
We'll take them next time. Now this time I want to tell you a story that will teach you that why we have been facing the problems like problems of drought, flood and some other problems, because you know we have played with the nature.
Yeah.
Instead of caring our nature, we have actually exploit the nature. Means we exploit our nature, we have exploited it to a great extent. Instead of actually the nature has given us everything for the use, not for the misuse. If water is there on the earth, you have to use it. This is the resources for all, not for you. But what we did, we used it as we wanted, as we wished. And as a result of this, we have been facing problems. Still, even we have been facing the problems. We don't want to change our habits to stop what we have been doing? Well, so it's a story I'm telling you. Listen to me carefully. There was a goat, and it was going in the forest, and the four dogs actually chased that goat to kill for their food. Anyhow, actually, the goat tried to run fast to save herself, and the goat was able to hide herself behind some bushes. And she was means that the goat was hidden, and the dogs, they couldn't see her, and they went away. But when the goat was hidden inside the bushes, she started eating the leaves of the bushes,
Yeah.
and she kept eating the leaves until there was no leaf. Well, actually, she had already eaten all the leaves, so now the goat was visible inside the bushes. So when the dogs were returning, they saw that goat trying to hide herself inside the bushes. So they attacked the goat and killed the goat.
Yeah, because there are no leaves.
Hmm?
Because there are no leaves.
Yes. Similarly, actually, we have to understand that if we have come to this world and we have got the resources by the nature, like we have got river, we have got mountains, trees, some other resources, and well, and many other things on which we are dependent. But we started using them for our benefit instead of caring or using them carefully. We started eating them, we started exploiting them. Similarly, we have been now in the same situation as that goat was. The goat was attacked by the dogs and was killed. And similarly, if we this is the time for us to stop all these what we have been doing. Otherwise, we may be in the same situation later,
Yeah.
and we would be killed
Yeah, that's true.
by the nature. So this is the story. You have to speak it next time. So this is your topic also.
Yeah.
And now you must start doing something. Write 20 questions every day.
Yes, sir. Okay.
20 questions every day. That will help you to improve your English. And now try to speak more and more with me in English. Grammar is okay, you are learning, but speaking is
Yeah, that's important, sir.
speaking is equally important.
Yes, sir.
So now ask me something.
Okay. Okay. So how is the condition in Kashmir or other things they suffer from due to this water problem?
I think Kashmir is not suffering because there is lot of water.
But snowfall, I mean, they have many more snowfalls, right?
Maybe, but I am not sure whether they are suffering or not.
Okay, okay, sir.
Actually, when the Atalji was PM
Yeah.
in 1999, Actually, Atalji wanted to connect all the rivers with one another.
Yeah.
That was his policy, just to prevent the villages and the other uh, cities and all
Yeah.
from drought and flood situation and water crisis and all. So, but when actually his government actually, what I should say, when they were not in power, the other government like UPA government came in 2004. They stopped that policy, or what I should say, yojana, what we should say,
Yeah.
and then
Plan.
and then, yes, and now the Modi government has started it again. And if that all the rivers in India are connected to one another, then
Yeah.
the farmers will not have to commit suicide.
Yes.
They
That's
will
true.
have water for their crops, and there won't be any situation of flood. There won't be any situation of water crisis even. So that actually, Modi ji, if Modi ji will remain be the PM of our country for next 10 years,
Yeah.
you
Hopefully
won't
so.
believe that what our country would be. Okay, next, ask me something more.
Yeah. So I'm just asking. So do you heard that Patanjali products? Baba Ramdev ji. What do you think?
I
The man. I
use,
really appreciate the work.
yes, I use Patanjali product.
They are doing good.
We use his rice, we use his mustard oil, we use soaps, beauty product and all, everything, toothpaste, what I should say, dalia,
Yeah.
many things we are using from Patanjali, biscuits.
Yes. The man is doing good work, sir. That I think.
Definitely is doing good job. Actually, he has shown, and on the television when we see the advertisement of Patanjali, there is no girl at all in that ad.
Yeah. That's.
And that old man, that man with beard, has shown the world
Yes.
that only ladies cannot sell the product. Even a man can, and even he is half naked man.
Yeah. That's true.
He can sell product.
He's hard working since so many years.
Yes.
And
So
now.
it is, actually, they have quality, the products have quality,
And
and
all.
they are herbal products.
Yes. Sir.
And they are not using any harmful chemicals there.
Chemicals.
It's like the people, the other biscuits in the market from any company, they are using refined flour, means the maida.
Maida, yes, sir. They are using
But
good
he is
flour.
not using that refined flour. It is wheat flour.
Yeah.
गेहूं का आटा यूज कर रहा है. He is using herbal products, herbs. So
Yeah.
that's why they have no harmful effect. Mustard oil, he's using original mustard oil, and even the cow's ghee.
Yeah, that's.
Everything is, we are using cow's ghee, mustard oil. Actually, we get lot of things from Baba Ramdev.
Yeah. And
He,
because of his work, research, so many people are getting jobs and the products are selling in India.
and
only.
he's going to make the world's largest food park.
Yeah.
Do you know that news?
No, sir. Actually.
World's largest food park he's going to make, and more than 5,000 people will work there.
Yeah, that's good, sir.
Food park, and you will get only the products which are good for health.
Yeah, herbal and healthy products.
You will get all kind of food which is good
Yeah.
for the health.
Okay. We can hear this note.
Okay.
Okay,
So when do you want to have your next lesson?
okay. So Wednesday?
Wednesday,
Yeah.
4th of May.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay. See you on 4th of May. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir. Thank you very much.